What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Lockdown Career Mode. It's episode number 47, and today we are back with 4 huge games in our 3 different competitions. We're starting off with Norwich away at Carrow Road as we aim to keep our unbeaten streak going and keep pace with 5th and 4th place. In the first leg of our Europa League round of 16 tie at home to West Ham in the All English affair. Then it's the FA Cup quarter final that's now been drawn after our victory over Spurs, where we'll take on Everton at the City Ground, and our 4th and final game today, the second leg of the Europa League tie away in London. 4 huge games, 3 different competitions. The season really could be decided today. Come on, Nottingham Forest. So first game, it is the Canaries on the back of our big scalp against Spurs in midweek in the Cup. Now turning our attention to the Premier League, where a win in this game could send us into 5th place. Norwich right now just 3 wins all season long, 5 points off safety. They need the win as much as we do. We drew against them on the opening day. Let's see if we can get the win here and make it 12 games undefeated and move into 5th as well. Emi Buendia storming forward for Norwich. Playing it through to Modu Barrow. As the Canaries look for a good chance here. Shot from range. Pushed behind by Bryce Samba. As we're still deadlocked at 0-0. Been a cagey beginning to the game. And again, with both teams needing the points. And a point on its own not being enough. It's going to be like that for the rest of the game, I think. It could be separated by just a 1 today. Yes, Mason. Big tackle. And our break started by the Rock as well. And the Boulder moving forward. And sliding into Origi. 1-0, in off the post. We hit the woodwork like 4 or 5 times when we took on Norwich on the opening day. But we've hit it this time, but found the back of the net. Divock with a goal, 1-0 Forest. Mason Watson, I said it in the last episode, how many goals do we score with him starting to break off? And for this one, the Boulder claims the assist as well. Rolls it through to the Belgian, our top scorer in the Premier League, with goal number 17, I think it is now, as he continues his pursuit, 18 of the Golden Boot. Careful, watch that ball inside, Mason with the big block, gets it back, and will play out from the back. What a fantastic start to the game for Mason Watson. He's got the assist, and he's been our best player out there as the Boulder's given so much freedom to run forward. They're just leaving him. They're leaving Mason all alone. Origi, Diangana, and this should be 2. And it's not. Brilliant save. But a rebound turned in, and there is the second king. Pounces on the loose ball and makes it 2-0. Why did they give Watson so much space? Watson again wins it back. He has been an absolute mountain today. And again, he could get a second assist here. And he will. Josh King second of the game, but Mason Watson today has been absolutely remarkable. 3-0 Nottingham Forest, all 3 goals starting from him, and 2 assists for him too. James to Mason, and the Boulder getting a bit tired out there. He's going to storm forward again. He looks to play for Origi as he goes for a hat-trick of assists. And he's going to get it, because Divock smacks it home, and a hat-trick of assists today for our centre-back. That just goes to show you what his play style is. He is so unique and has been unstoppable this afternoon. Gareth Southgate, take a trip to the City Ground sometime, because you know who your future star centre-back is, and perhaps your future England captain. He's our captain. Today he was flawless. 3 assists for our 4 goals. My word. Deadly today. I think that's the best way of putting it. Every time we went forward, we looked like getting a goal. And whilst Josh and Divock bagged a brace each, I mean, Mason Watson today, was this his best performance ever? I mean, it was certainly up there. He did not put a single foot wrong all game long. And despite the win, we do remain in 5th place, but only behind Chelsea on goal difference now. Although Frank Lampard's side do have a game in hand, but also only 4 points behind Spurs in the 4th and final CL spot as well. If we don't get European football for next season of some kind, it'll be a massive failure. Just 9 games to go. Got to keep our discipline and keep the streak going. And speaking of European football, second of 4 games today, and it is indeed the first leg of our Europa League round of 16 tie against West Ham at the City Ground. I love all English affairs in a continental competition, and we're battle between 2 of the rising clubs in the Premier League. Who's going to come out on top on the first leg? Second game, West Ham at home. West Ham dominating possession in the early stages here, looking for the first chance. Limer's shot from range goes well wide of the post. Key tonight is keep that clean sheet. Don't concede the away goal, and we'll be in a driving seat heading back to London. Morgan through to Jay as the brothers link up here, and away goes Bell. And he's got younger bro out wide, and Tyrese moving forward. Oh, the ball just didn't bounce for him properly there as Ferro clears it away. I don't think we'll get many chances tonight. If we get one, we've got to take it. Oh, Lewis, away you go. Away you go. And Nathan's out wide as Ferguson finds Ferguson. And our fullback puts Mensah on the floor, runs around the other side of him. Great work. And oh, what a save by Unai Simon. Jay denied at the near post, still 0-0. I think only one goal. Oh, he's going to separate this game as Dzeko couldn't finish from a tight angle. Another fine save by the Spaniard. Ferguson to Jay, lovely first touch, and he'll find Tyrese as well, who flicks it back to him. And look who's arriving! Oh, he just can't be stopped. The Bosnian beast does it again. Edin Dzeko is unstoppable. There was great work between Jay and Tyrese, but once Dzeko made that run ahead of his man and got himself goal side, he was never going to miss. That is goal number 13, I believe, in the Europa League. 12 in the Europa League. Just extraordinary. He scored in almost every single game. Careful, don't surrender that away goal now. We're almost there. Lovely ball inside, and oh, Samba just couldn't keep it out. 4 minutes to go, and that goal from Haller could change the whole complexion of this tie. Containing, doing our best to not allow that inside ball, but once he was through, Samba got a touch, but just couldn't keep it out. And now it's 1-1, heading back to London. We're going to need to score. This would have been a massive result. Instead, West Ham now are in the driving seat. A 1-0 win would have been massive, but based on the worried faces, you can see what that away goal does to the tie now. We'll need to score in London, otherwise we're out. Balanced game, could have gone either way. The Hammers dominated possession, and they scored with the only shot on target. That's always so frustrating. And whilst this goal did not prove to be the winner, once again man of the match to the Bosnian beast. This guy, man. I mean, he wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for Dzeko. He's been unreal in this competition. Moving swiftly on, third of 4 games today as we look to get back to Wembley for the second time in 2 seasons against Everton in the FA Cup quarter-final. Wolves are through, Liverpool are through, one of Arsenal and Chelsea will be joining those two, and hopefully we'll be there as well. I'm targeting at least the semis again this season, so we need to get through today. Let's make sure we do it. Come on, Forest. Oh man, you know when you get towards the end of the season and like there's so many games coming thick and fast, let me tell you, when you're recording as well, it can be exhausting, seriously. Oh, what a stop that would have been. Marco denied by Pickford, and the Toffees will clear. I tell you though, I'll get more energy if we can make it through to Wembley and the Europa League last 16 today. Let's do it. King. Origi just couldn't get away. Chilwell out to Saka, and away goes our new left winger with Vidal to beat for pace, and I think he will beat him in a foot race as well. And step in field. Oh, Marco denied again. Jordan Pickford with 2 brilliant saves here. Marco controls and turns and whips it out wide to Matty. And Diangana finds Ward-Prowse. And now Origi gets away. Oh, go on. Oh! Just wide. Alright, stop messing about now. Let's get a goal. I mean, seriously. How did I not score in that first half? All those chances and still we haven't got one? Come on now. If we end up going out here, I'll be so annoyed. I mean, seriously, we have been on top and in control. The fact that Pickford still hasn't been beaten is a mystery, so let's make sure we get it early in the second half, shall we? King to Origi. You fancy one of these two to get the goal. And it might well be the top scorer. And there it is right on cue. No mistake this time. The Belgian drills it in. Finally, Jordan is beaten, and Origi continues what has been an incredible season of goals. How dare you try to stop the connection between 9 and 27. The Norwegian and the Belgian are one heck of a strike duo. Josh Tadivok is second in the cup. And what's that, 20 goals in all competitions this season? I've said it a few times and I'll say it again. We'd always love Ollie Watkins, but what a decision to cash in for 40 mil and replace him with the Belgian. He's unstoppable. Couldn't hold on against West Ham when we only led by 1, so I'm not going to feel confident until we get a second goal. I'm going for it as well. Not sitting on the lead, being assertive and looking for a double as Laurenti finds Marco, and Vandenberg's got options here as he looks to turn Delph and get away himself. It's still Marco, and now King, and Diangana off the line. I can't believe we've only scored 1 today. This is ludicrous. Well, in the end, we did not need one. 1-0 the final score. Carlo's side beaten as we advance to the semi-finals for the 2nd straight year as we go in search of our first ever cup final. Look at these stats, though. I mean, really. 1-0. Everton did absolutely nothing. How we only scored the one today, I've got no idea. Actually, I've got some idea. Jordan Pickford's heroics today kept the Toffees in the game and only down by 1. Fair play to him. As you see all the ties getting played over this weekend, a draw for the FA Cup semi-finals being made where Forest will be taking on Liverpool in the final four, Chelsea vs Wolves in the other semi-final tie. It's Klopp's boys at Wembley as we look to go one step further than last year and reach the final. I think we'll be obviously massive underdogs, but I think we've got a chance. We've got a chance. So fourth and final game as we continue our pursuit of silverware, and this would be a dream competition to win as it will put us in the Champions League for next season. But if we are to win it, we'll need to get through this leg and score tonight in London, otherwise we're out after drawing the first one at home 1-1. Fourth and final game, it's the second leg of the Europa League round of 16. I feel confident. Come on Forest, let's make it through to the quarters. Key for me is scoring early tonight. I think if we can get 1, we can get 2. And if we can get 2, I think we're definitely going through, because that means West Ham will need an extra one, as we'll have more away goals. So yeah, get an early goal, put them under pressure, make them feel nervous. That's the plan. Hayden out wide to Laurenti, as we're still waiting for the first chance of the game here. Chilwell on the overlap, and the Brazilian sends him through, and this could be one. And it should have been. Fell to the top scorer in the competition, just took too long with it. Hayden through to Jay. Oh, Rigi, great touch. And Simon makes the save. Laurenti wins it back. Chilwell looking for a teammate. We get one more chance for the half. Laurenti turns into trouble and West Ham will clear. Oh, man. Once again, a game of few chances. We've got to get a goal, man, because we're 45 minutes away from going out. Second half underway. Still deadlocked at 0-0. A result that will send the Hammers through. I need to get Dzeko involved. And speaking of... Oh! Jay was right there. But I had my blinkers on. Could have offloaded it to the kid. The vet goes for goal, but scuffs it wide. Just over half an hour to go. I think we're going out. Throw deep in the Hammers territory. Saka takes over and looks for Campbell. Oh, that's got to be a penalty. Penalty for Forest. Jay tripped up and a chance to get the away goal we need. Make absolutely no mistake, that's a penalty all day long as Jay was tripped by Pharaoh. Moyes can complain, but really he's got no argument whatsoever. And a chance for us to find a goal to get in front. Tyrese off the bench, but it's of course going to be the Bosnian who missed in the last round against Fenerbahce. This for his redemption moment. Edin Dzeko scores. Wasn't in doubt this time. Dzeko with the goal, Forest in front, and this result would send us through. Don't concede now, lads, don't concede now. We've got ourselves back on level terms. We worked hard to get here, and then Samba makes the save. West Ham are coming for another late leveller. 17 minutes separating us from the corners. Final chance for West Ham, one final chance. Can they force extra time? Sandro's ball, flag's got to go up there, surely it didn't. Lanzini. Tonali! Wide! I thought for sure the flag should have gone up, but it didn't. And thankfully the Italian could not hit the target. Forest hold on, a nail biter at the end, but we're in to the final 8. I knew this would be a tough tie, and it certainly was. Fair play to West Ham, they're on the rise along with us, and I'm sure that won't be the only meeting we'll have in European competitions. We escaped though, we're through. And that will end today's episode of the Lockdown Career Mode as well, guys, so a massive thank you for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you did enjoy today's episode, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all, and I'll see you for the next episode featuring the draw for the quarterfinals of the Europa League, the first leg of the quarterfinal, and some huge Premier League games as well very soon.